We are streaming. Guys, I just need to actually check something because this is the first time that I'm using Restream. So I just want to check that my stream is actually running on both platforms. And it's early in the morning, so I'm still very much waking up. But it's okay. Okay, sweet. I can see my stuff's working on Twitch. Just gonna unmute to quickly check if that's sounds good. Cool. And I just want to double check on YouTube as well. This is literally first time I'm using Restream, so it says I'm live. Doesn't say I'm live on the right thing though. Oh, I guess because it's still upcoming. Well, we'll see. Maybe I need to go onto Restream and do that stuff too then. Okay, cool. Everything's working. I think I do need to do a little quick tweak thing in Restream on the side here. So just to make sure my YouTube is going to the right place. It just says live on the 28th, which is not really what I wanted. This should be use an existing stream. Doesn't look like it. It just says live. No, now I'm watching myself say things again. I don't know. Live 28th December. We'll figure that out later. I'll change the title and all the thingies. Can I change that now? Let's do that. Oh no. Because there's a schedule which is upcoming. And that's the one I wanted to be streaming to. Okay. Well, let me just edit my existing live stream and then that will be that. I don't know why this. You know what, guys? I want to think about this because otherwise I'm gonna do this wrong every single day moving from here on. So give me a second. Oh, dude, Stony Eagle, how's it going? I almost forgot I existed too. It is. I've moved houses, so it's been quite busy, but now it's not very busy. But yeah, dude, how's it going? I literally I figured I want to try a stream on Twitch and on YouTube as well, just because I'm kind of trying to revive my YouTube channel. Like, it just seems like something that would be fun to do. So I'm not going to stream as much. I plan on having a schedule. I'm going to stream at this crazy hour of the morning. Dude, why are you awake? Like, do you ever sleep, bro? Because for me, at least, it's like 6 a.m. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about the YouTube thing now. I'll figure that out later. Yeah, that's a problem for later. I figured, hey, let's just look at morning freaking Twitter things because why not? As I warm up and get ready for things. Look at these people knowing their things, you know, there's React or Next.js. They're kind of the same thing, aren't they? And the only marketing channel you need to reach your first 100K revenue. Cool. I suck at communicating on both these platforms. So, yeah. Oh, this guy. I met this guy yesterday. Well, I've met him before, but he's a cool dude. I went go-karting with him. You're awake because your crazy-ass friend is keeping you awake and holding you hostage with Gold Pro subscription and need me to use it to build him a stupid screen mirroring app without ads. Oh. Yeah, your friend sounds awesome. That's pretty funny. It's funny that you're being held hostage, but yeah. What was I gonna say? People vibe coding. Anyways, I made a whole video about the random stupid app that I'm building. It does a very specific thing. You're in a venture cap, a VC with him, and I can read the screen. So back to it. Oh, he can read the screen space. Okay, cool, dude. Cheers. Enjoy. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. Much appreciated. I am gonna go work on literally polishing my little app. So let's just get it started and running. And can you write 100 line code without using AI? No, not anymore. I used to be able to. You'll be looking. Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. You are an absolute legend. Cool. Localhost 3000. We don't need to come back to X. We can come back to X when everything's like working again. But yeah, the app that I'm building send users to the right app storefront every time in every country, like a geo-aware link that routes to the correct app store for their country or region whenever supported. I don't even have to say whenever supported, maybe. And then there's a fallback page. When a store listing isn't available in a given storefront, we'll show a clean fallback page. I still have that there. I don't even need that in there. But yeah, it lets you simulate your different regions and that all works. Am I just using a generic select there? I think it's the fallback. Where's my fallback demo? It is just select. Okay, cool. It works. I've got pretty styles and stuff. So some of the things I wanted to do is actually set up Storybook so that I can like cleanly have like all my icons together and show them in their disabled state and whatever, because I feel like, I mean, if I go into my actual app, it's very dark. Like I know it's dark, but there's no like order. Like even these buttons are annoying because it loads and then it's like stupid little loady thingy. Like I want to really think about my backgrounds, all that stuff. So I figured the best way to do that is to actually like take a step away from the project itself and actually just go look into building components in isolation and building our own little like decent looking component library. And being a little bit intentional about that because I've got cards as well and it's just like So I guess the best way to do Storybook is just to jump in and say like what it is, say create Storybook latest. So I guess let's do that. I'm gonna say npm create Storybook at latest. That will make my little project for me. And let's just jump into the docs straight away because I like Storybook. And get started with Storybook. Yep, you just run the latest thing. Supported frameworks, Next.js. I mean, I'm pretty much using Next.js. Storybook for Next. Webpack is, well, I'm using TurboPack. But yeah, let me just follow the prompts down here. We're adding Storybook 10 to my project. It detects Next.js Vite, which I guess is maybe right. Oh, they say they recommend using that Vite-based frameworks faster. Okay, so it's actually just whether or not Storybook uses Vite or Webpack. Yeah, let's do that. Yes, help me with onboarding. Storybook collects completely anonymous usage telemetry. I don't really care if it's anonymous. Sounds good. I mean, what do you want me to do? Is that just like a thing that they write while they're busy setting things up? Because it's like blocked me in the process. That's annoying. Anyways, should I actually go there? Do you need me to go there? Sorry for the Windows noise. Didn't need that. They use various things. Oh, okay, it's generating Storybook configuration, configuring ESLint plugin and all that stuff. So there we go. That's good. Got a main preview, adding storybook command to package JSON. Installing my dependencies. It's even using Playwright, so Playwright is something I wanted to add to my project later anyway. But yeah, my thought was when this is done, we'll go back to, I guess I can go to the pod version of the app. RightFront.app. Configuring add-ons, chromatic, all that stuff. I just want to make it look better, like, and even for my titles and stuff, like, so, hey, crazy friend here, how's it going, Eiffels? Thanks for chatting, hope you're doing well. I say as I'm happily waking up. Even my little how it works page, like these little things, like the copy link to section, I feel like I want to have like sectional title like items, so if we ever do more blog posts in future, I can just like use that as an element. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, thank you. How am I doing? You caught me on the first time I'm coming back to streaming for a while. I don't think I've streamed since like, and when has it been, like August, July, and then in between all that I moved houses, so here I am. But I've figured I'm gonna try to be consistent again by not burning out and not going too hectic into doing this all the time. I'm just gonna try to do it like 2 hours twice a week, more or less. I mean, this morning I got excited and started early, but yeah. Oh yeah, I haven't been like lurking on Twitch either. Dude, like my life's just been busy. Like, yeah, as I said, like I moved house, so that was quite stressful because I bought the house. And I didn't know when I was gonna move. And it was like kind of overlapping the rent thing where you like you buy a place and then you don't know like when to end your lease and all that stuff. So yeah, no, thank you very much. My wife is very happy about this. Well, I am too, but yeah. V-test ID extension shows all stories. Test in your editor. Do I have V-test? No, I don't. But I'm gonna get that. But yeah, thank you very much. We trust V-test. Wasn't like Evan Yu who built that, right? He's quite a cool dude. I'm just clicking allow access for all this. But yeah, oh guys, it's nice to be building something. Like slowly but surely. um Now I'm just wondering, where should I keep my stories? Should I start asking like my LLM to start like telling me already like, hey guys, let's install Storybook. Where should I get started? Maybe the buttons. Just like lean it in that direction, because now I'm just vibe coding my stories as well. And then I'm just gonna start breaking things out into their own components. So everywhere I see components here, I'm just gonna be like, cool, that works, that works, that works. It's all gonna be in the UI. I guess I only have buttons in the UI, but I want to start adding things for other scenarios as well, like my typography, all that stuff. Like have stories for it, and then have just default styles, so I don't have to like have tailwind crazy things everywhere. Oh, do you want to still? Yes, I do want to install Playwright with Chromium now. Installing Playwright, blah, 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 Playwright browser binaries. Jeez, I can't English, guys. Let's look at my button story. What do they recommend? Storybook, just Next.js feed, Storybook test. Those are just the wrong way around. I think no, they are the right way around. Okay, I have all the options. This is fantastic. Got all my stories. So over showcase, all sizes showcase, all thingies. Fantastic. Is this just because we still working on that? I think it is. I accept. Previews using the actual styles. Yep, that's good. We need to do that. And now apparently I can just run Storybook is successfully installed my project. PnPm run Storybook. I kind of like how it just like, individually like sends you on a little journey with the onboarding. And I mean, they've got a Discord as well. That's nice. Like, that's really neat compared to all the terrible, useless CLI tools that I've built in my time. Does my CLI tool still work? The one that I was working on last time? PMPX patch pulse. I guess I'll say at latest. Almost ready to go. Oh, dude. Been writing a native Android app with Kotlin. How's that been going? Because that sounds like a vibe. Okay, this is... I've got like way too many things going on here. Toggle primary sidebar. Yep. I've got one outdated package. The Prettier plugin and ESLint config next. Might as well actually fix those. Right. Control B. Hide this. Oh, like get my hotkeys. Control Alt B is what the other one is. Wait, Control Alt B. That's such an awkward like key thing that you got to do. Getting used to my streaming setup here because I don't actually code on a Mac like this. Now you have extra cool AI to help you thanks to your crazy friend. That's really useful. I need to get the casting feature to work with some minor bugs with the video player. Video stuff's confusing, hey? I guess especially now if you're building native Android stuff. Yeah, you've reached next level of craziness. This is so annoying. I can't believe it doesn't like actually work. Yeah, ESLint config next. So we got to get that little patch version, man. We don't have that patch version, we're doomed. And then Prettier, there's a much newer version, 3.74. 3.74. And the Prettier plugin for Tailwind. That's also 0.72. And that's a nice one. If you DM me your Google Play Store email, I'll give you access to the closed testing. Yeah, sure, dude. I'll do that. Wait, I don't have an Android device, so it's a bit pointless. Yeah, wait, let's not waste your time with that. But I'm happy to send you that. Yeah. I'll DM you anyway, because why not? Like maybe yeah, that makes no sense. I need to get an Android for my own testing stuff sometimes, so in future I'll remember this and then I'll send it to you. Okay. npm install. Right. Is everything working here with no weird little npm install-y thingies? They even have the little examples there. Let's check out my project. You used to make a regular account on No Mercy TV so I can give you snooping permissions. Oh yeah, exactly. That would be cool. You found your way into my Google email. Okay, let's kill that terminal. So, how is my button looking? It failed to dynamically import the module. Well, first of all, let me rerun Storybook because... Oh, no, not that. npm run Storybook. So many thingies, like... Yeah, sure. Apparently the other port's not available. Okay, so the storybook testing actually isn't there. Should I just tell all of them I'm using storybook v10? Should any of this change? I love how I'll go into the full vibe coding mode. What am I trying to vibe code here? I'm just messing around. I'm building a component library aspect for my project for fun, but what I did have, or what I do have, is I have this little this thing called RightFront.app, and it's essentially for iOS developers and marketers maybe as well, who like essentially if you have a link to your app, it's https apps.apple.com, and then you have to say the storefront. You can't say /app/id. So in my app, essentially what you can do is you can just say the ID. In fact, the way we build it, it's permalink stuff. So you'll say like rightfront.app/p/ your slug that you come up with. And that will look at the user, try to figure out where they're from based off of either their Vercel headers. But if that's not available, then we use IP API to get that from their IP address. But yeah, we do a bunch of things where we check where do we think you're from, and then we redirect you to the correct store. And if you aren't in that correct store, then we'll go to like a fallback page. So for example, here's a fallback page because it's like, okay, we detect you're from here. This isn't available in the store. I mean, I'm simulating here, so maybe I should go back and simulate as if I'm from South Africa, where NHS is actually not available. We tell you, okay, it's most popular in this store because we look at the amount of reviews you have, and then we give you other places where it's available in. So yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Thank you. I do want to improve the internationalization of this page, but yeah, right now I'm just messing around and polishing things, and part of what I'm polishing is actually like, figured like, hey, let's actually build storybook because that's always fun. So yeah, but I could probably dive into other parts of this as well. One of the things I want to do in here is actually like improve the localization of this. This part might be a little bit difficult, but it shouldn't be that bad. Like I don't even need that default dev part. Yeah, that's unnecessary. And then I can vibe code my language files, so that's kind of cool. But I was thinking of getting like more details from this page, so we should actually look at what's available there and vibe code the rest of this page to make it really nice in English, and then carry on from there. But there's a lot of little polished things. Like, have you been in touch with anyone from Apple? I wonder how they think of RightFront. No, I haven't. Like, I don't think Apple really cares about their developers. If you actually go look at if you've ever deployed an app on the App Store, that Apple's developers on the App Store, they don't really care about them. So yeah. But yeah, this is just a little tool that people can use to go to the right place. I don't have any users at the moment, so oh, you have two apps. Yeah. So you know the experience. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say like, so if you were an actual user, you can like create a link and say like whatever store. I think that's one of the stores I use. Let me just like actually go use a random store like this BBC iPlayer. You'll create a link and then you could say like BBC or something. And now you own that slug. So now you'll have the special permalink here, https rightfront.app/p/bbc. And you can use this. If I click on it, I'll go to, it goes to there because I'm not based in the UK. But the main thing I wanted to show was, if you go manage this, we actually track your links, like your clicks. So you get a whole thing where you're from, etc. I don't know why it thinks I'm from the US. I think I might have a VPN on at the moment. But it thought I was from the US now when I clicked. And yeah. I need to also work on my analytics to make sure they're actually working properly and do some proper unit testing around this as well. But it does recognize that there was a fallback, like one click, we used the fallback. We also hash your IP to make sure you're a unique visitor and stuff like that. Dude, yeah, Sturdy, that's what I love about this project. It's so simple. It's like a simple little web app that just does one thing. And that's what I was like, this is the perfect way to get back into this because, geez, I don't have the energy to go like fully into this. Okay, did they actually fix this? Oh, they did. No, I don't want to commit anything. Control B closes this. Cool. So this looks good. Not the review there. Did they even fix it? They didn't fix anything. Oh, no, not that. I'm getting my hotkeys right. I'm figuring this stuff out. There's so many moving parts. I thought it'd be easy. Yeah, dude, even this project that only does one thing, it's like, oh, there's so many things. Like, and then it just gets overwhelming and it's like, I don't have the energy. Okay, using this for types, for blog types. So I just need to change that. And change this. Nah, it's wrong. You know what, guys? I'm going to follow the docs. I'm going to be a decent dude and just follow the docs. Create a story. We don't need AI. It's a waste of time. So we get type storybook config from my framework. Okay, that's correct. Is there like a storybook? What intonation? Did I just say Next.js? I think I should be saying next feet. In which case, why do you hate me? Frameworks, Next.js feet. Show me how to build a story. I'm just reading away. So yeah, in this case, like, God, why can't I import meta? Do I need a pm install again? Okay, pm install, and then I'm going to also reset TypeScript. All that's up to date, so let's restart TypeScript server, see if that fixes it. Now it says it's working, fantastic, but is it actually working? So we'll run storybook. It's going to close all these extra open links. Yeah. Let's see. Show me the button. Okay, so now I will ask AI to help me. Because I did ask it the wrong thing originally. Dynamically imported module. So Oops, sorry. I think I should just turn off my browser noises completely. I'm gonna lower them tremendously so that people don't experience that, because I know that's not a pleasant sound for you all. um, cool. Checking storybook configuration for path support. I also like, what was that noise? Maybe like magnetic-y things. Sorry, I just want to check something with the thing that I'm looking at. This is over here. You'd like to see the side of my good old head now, right? Fantastic. Yay. Okay. Has it figured out my greatest life problems yet? Because okay. Checking for V to update and store, resolve the app path aliases. That doesn't make sense. Or maybe it does make sense. I don't know. Oh, it does want me to say app directory true. Yes, preview. Preview. I'm using the app directory. In that case, I've never used Storybook with Next, actually, now that I think of it. Can I see my buttons? Now I can fix my buttons because my buttons are super ugly. Are we broken? This is why nobody uses Storybook. I'm always messing up these buttons. Wait, what the? Oh. Okay. Now I'm really lost. PMPM run Storybook. There we go. I guess I should actually just do it the old-fashioned way and Google the problem. Failed to resolve Storybook test. Configuration promise bundle view or mismatch here steps with Next.js. Because the problem is going to be my actual button stories. Yeah, this is the problem. Import FN from Storybook test is deprecated, I think. Ah, KDC Wiseman, thank you. Yeah, in that case, let me ditch that. Where am I using that FN? It's just the on click. Leave that for now. Just check that the main but yeah, okay, cool. Issue with other limbs always triangle stuff, exactly. If you're getting used to it, you shouldn't use it. Yeah, I do have a new storybook version. How did they do? Oh, I'm not even gonna bother trying to find out the click things, so I don't care about that. Yeah, thank you very much. I know Storybook's been updating a bunch lately, so well, that makes it easier. Also, let's get rid of the Storybook. Did we have Storybook tests? We probably didn't even have it. Yeah, it's probably not even deprecated. I probably just didn't install it because it wasn't part of the initial Storybook setup. But I don't need it, so yeah, that's a good point. Thank you. So my buttons. Let's see what I have for my stupid buttons. Primary button looks like that. The default's pretty bad. Because I feel like I need to render this all on the background that I have. What is my background? In my stories, can we use dark mode and render it on the same background as my app? Man, that was perfect. You saved me quite a bunch of time there. Does it really need to import React? That part seems unnecessary. But this means we need a doesn't adding JSX mean we need to use a .tsx extension? Because that's not very happy. That did the trick. I don't need to get started. That's fine. It would be nice if this looked less terrible. Like, I can like actually take a screenshot of this and be like, hey, copy that. I need that. Is there a way to make this less terrible? I'm excited about that part. That's gonna be nice. Cool. There's the themes.doc. I'm wasting all my time actually making the storybook part look nice. I need an actual storybook theming package. Fine. Let's find a way to not use it. I think we failed. Yes, let's set up storybook theming. That would be fun, right? Just to actually like make it, because I'm thinking about like if we start to use storybook in my main projects, like where I work with other people, to actually theme that would be quite neat because we could like we're busy building a component library for work, and it's like if we could theme that nicely, it might be a better experience. Like especially for stakeholders in our projects, they might actually think this is pretty cool. But yeah. So yeah, I'm learning. I'm having fun with that. That's good that there is an updated theme version of it. Oh, Now I almost think we should look up storybook theming, because again, yeah, the other them could be wrong here. Storybook theming. Global theming. There is a storybook theming setup. When setting a theme, set a complete theme object. The theme is replaced, not combined. Okay. Use the same theme system as Storybook's UI, but is themed independently from the main UI. The default theme for docs is always the light theme, regardless of the main UI theme. Supposing you have a Storybook theme defined for the main UI. Okay, it basically says, let me stop the other them stuff. I should have actually committed my last changes. Like, first of all, this is working, right? I don't know the details of theme, but it can also hack Storybook Preview in regards to get some of the result. Yes, exactly. That's kind of the path we were going down now. Let me just close that and open this. What have we changed? We've changed a lot. Okay, it's all the Storybook stuff. While we have something working, I'm gonna git add and just commit progress on Storybook. We'll just write that just so that we can see our differences in our things. Oops, I forgot to do that. But yeah, it looks like the theming here is pretty straightforward. Storybook slash, so I didn't have slash theming here, so I'm gonna pm add Storybook slash theming. Although that should just work actually, because we have Storybook already. So in .storybook slash manager, so I need to create a manager file. Manager, I'm gonna do .ts. Hopefully that works. And theoretically, we can just do this. Now if I run pm run Storybook, we'll see if this looks wonderful or not. And then there's a how to create a theme quick start, which you can do Storybook. We can make a right front theme in there and all that stuff. That would be pretty cool if I did do that. Already, okay, cool, we have a dark mode, but the UI part's still light. Still, it's something. So if I took this and I made a right front theme .ts and just say right front Storybook. It's theme Storybook itself, not the part you care about. Yeah, exactly. I think that's where the preview part does come in. But I did actually want that. Like, I want the stuff to be, I don't know, brand URL, and then for now we'll just do that. Back in here, it is pretty funny though. Like, it's like, all right, flip, that didn't work. So in this case, copy the whole thing, themes, and then we just say right front theme. There you go. I'll just actually call it theme. There's no need to like do all that. But yes, it is. It is funny. Now, if this part works, then I can get like AI to just focus on that part. So now let's, what if I run it now? Or refresh it? I think I have to rerun the thing. We're running it again. Yes, we can use port 607. That's like, I did what you asked. Yes, exactly. Well, I mean, I was following the docs there. I think the docs specifically say like the UI theme. Possible themes globally includes da 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 da. The built-in themes are light, dark, and normal themes that match that. There's something about it. Storybook docs uses the same theme system as Storybook's UI theme independently from the main UI. The default theme for docs is always a light theme regardless of main UI. So it's the docs part, theming docs, that I need to do. I think. Oh, and this is how you specifically do the same for docs. So it's the preview file, yeah. So I will do that in a second once I confirm that this is working. Can I just remove this? Because I don't actually have like an image for my thing. Stupid thing. I don't have an image yet. Maybe that's where I start asking the LLM to come in. But yeah. Well, now I have to rerun it. There's no like hot module reloading for themes. Kind of annoying. Okay, let's look at the actual theming of the preview. So same thing, parameters, docs. There's no docs here. Kind of want this to be like alphabetical, but alas, it's not. Oh, that's cool. So it just says RightFront's storybook. So it's good. Docs. We want the docs to be theme. And we can also import theme. Import theme from RightFront theme. And theoretically, well, I think, no, man. Sorry, I stopped running the project halfway through. But yeah, that was pretty funny. It did just kind of like bomb there on me and not really be very useful. Oh, the joys, man. The joys of software development. This is so good. Right. Theme, storybooks UI, it's personalized, it's your project. Da, 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 da. Oh, this is good because it actually like works. So now I'm gonna tell the LLM. I created this theme file. It works quite nicely. Can we apply my app styles to this? Yay, celebration. Problem is, it came up with my app styles already. You know, my main app doesn't look very good. So I do want to like actually start just thinking like, what styling stuff should I do, etc., etc. So yeah, there's a few things I need to like look at doing here with improving this. Another thing is actually, have you tried Google Stitch? No. If I could spell Stitch, that would help. Design AI with Google. No, I've never tried this. Okay. This sounds like a vibe. I think this is going to be very useful for me. It's new. It's cool for clueless UI designers like me. Can take code back to LLM. Yeah, that's awesome. So how should I start? Like, I guess it's a desktop app, really. A web app for linking users to the correct app store. Yeah, correct app store. Correct iOS app store. For creating links to send users to the correct app store. Pretty slow, like 3 minutes frequently for each. Okay, that is pretty slow. Well, it's fine. We'll kick off the prompts and stuff. Give me. Could I just ask it for a component library? Designs based off Tailwind's late theme. Oh, I can bring my current thing as an image. Let me do that. RightFront's. And then we'll just do the snipping thing again. Copy. Improve my design. That's a fantastic idea. Thank you. Let me try it and see how it does. Kick that off. And now we wait 20 minutes. You know, you can keyboard shortcut for that. Yes, I know I probably can. What's the keyboard shortcut? Dude, I'm such a Mac user. Like, yeah. And then I stream on desktop and then I'm like, oh, what am I doing? Like, I use Mac all the time. I know all those shortcuts. And then I go back to Windows. I'm like, what is going on? Like, why am I here? Control plus A. Oh, no, I mean, I know I could do that. Oh, you wanted me to control all the content. I know I could do that, but I wanted it more to be like, hey, this is what I have. Well, I guess that was a good idea though, to just control all and just be like, here's the content to my site. Yeah, well, Mac also is very quick for keyboard capturing screen. Like, I just do like Command Shift 4 or something to capture like screenshots, a snippet like just like that, and I can even like Command Shift 5, I think, to like capture videos. Oh, you did mean an MS Paint. Oh, I was using that snipping tool. This thing. Which if I did the thing here, I guess, yeah, that is save, snip, and copy. I just get copy and then I Control V, obviously. Oh my goodness. I hate that noise. I feel so bad for causing that upon your ears. Sorry about that. What the heck was I doing? Okay, yes, accept. Go ahead. Make my right front theme great again. I wonder if oh, that's looking better here. Now if I rerun PNPM Storybook, it should do it to the side here as well. Rerun it now. I don't think you broadcast audio. Maybe it's I did make the volume very low so that you don't hear it. I do broadcast it, but like it's so loud in my ears. So I'm like, oh, I feel bad. So yeah, I do actually. I did that on purpose. To save your ears from the pains of window UF'd up noises. Oh, this looks good. Look at that, guys. Like, that's pretty good. I'm actually really happy with this. I built a theming system for all this. This makes you want to do it. Yeah, I was worried you suffer, so if I had anything interesting to broadcast, I'd probably turn my broadcast volume up. But yeah, task done. Next, yeah, cool. Now we're done. Like done with this storybook crap, right? Yeah, the button does look better as a default now. Secondary and default are the same thing. I don't like the concept of an outline button here. It's a bit stupid. And ghost and danger. See, this is where it's like, okay, hey, I mean, danger is correct, but like my buttons, like, yeah, first of all, where the heck are my components? They're all in source. I'm not new to Storybook, no. It's just, it's like a love-hate relationship with it, you know, where you're like, this might be a cool thing to use, and then you use it and you set it up for a bit, and then you get tired of it, and you're like, okay, I'm done with this crap. I'm sick of using it. But yeah, we don't use outline or ghost anywhere in our app. Let's remove the styles and stories around that for now on our buttons. Interaction tests are nice. I have used those. Actually at the main company I work at. Yeah, that does have stability and sensitivity issues, but the interaction tests are very cool. Like I did use those, and I was like, oh, I need to hook this up to our CI like process because it is really neat. Cool. Well, this is great because I'm just removing redundant code and less stuff to test. But the principal front-end guy at our company is actually pretty on top of it. He's like organized everything. LLM migration issues. Exactly. Like all the stuff we were facing now is like, this would have been easier if I just read the docs. It's almost like, you know, LLMs need to be like, hey, like sites need like a crawler or something, you know, that will tell them, hey, you need to do the right thing here, or all that stuff, you know. The extra small buttons, small, medium, small, large. My icons are where I have the issue because like, look, that icon's just a large icon and a tiny button. Oh, that's icon extra small. Never mind. Yep. Tech is moving too fast. Exactly. So many tools start creating these NCPs. Yeah. Disabled, loading. That doesn't make sense. Button with spinner. With spinner story is useless. Get it. Full width button. Yeah, that's cool. All variants. I do like the little link one. It's kind of cute. Should be like VS Code extension with auto detection for LLM MCP. That would be cool. Yeah. It should, like, it's confusing. It's like, it's as you say, like the tech is moving too fast for the like supporting infrastructure around it to keep up. And nobody wants to build supporting infrastructure because it's moving so fast that like literally everyone's like, if I build something now, it's going to be redundant in like 2 weeks. Like, what's the point? So yeah, that's literally why like when I build side projects like this one now, it's like I'm just building a project that's super simple, super straightforward, does one thing, does that one thing well. Well, I hope it does it well. I need to tweak it to make it do it well. And that's like cool. In my case, I keep my skills sharp, and yeah. There's not much else to it. All my button sizes, cute button link story. This is just goes somewhere. And button anchor story. I don't understand these anchor and link stories. The anchor and link stories, they're a bit pointless. Let's remove them. What's the projects anyways? I did mention it just now. Yeah, let me show you. If you've ever built iOS apps, it's really annoying. You have to go to I have a how it works page. If you want to link to your app, you have to link to the specific store, like US. Like this US store here. So for example, I do have the example on my homepage. This iPlayer thing, deep linking. It's not even deep linking. Like, it's just linking to your app store. So, for example, here is the United Kingdom store, like the Great Britain store for BBC iPlayer. Now, this app's only available in the UK. So if I went to /US, you get hit with this, the page you're looking for can't be found. So I have to go back to GB, and you can't not set the storefront. So for example, if I just set like, /app BBC iPlayer, same problem. The page you're looking for can't be found. Like, you have to specify exactly which storefront you're going to. For the NHS app, here's an example where there's a GB store, and there's a US store, and there's also like an Australian store. But if I did something like go to ZA, South Africa, where I am, again, page you're looking for can't be found. So my app lets you create like a special link to, let's say, let me get to the dashboard. Like, for example, I made a /p/BBC, which this goes to, if I go click in here, it will go to rightfront.app/p/BBC, because I've made like a permalink with the slug BBC. And this will take me to the right place. In my case, because I'm in South Africa, there is no right place. So instead of just taking me somewhere, it takes me to this fallback page that actually says like, hey, this is where you need to go. And the user isn't sent to their local store, or can send them to, it does send them to their local store. So for example, if I go generate, let me just make a new link. This one's a link to Spotify. So this one goes to Spotify. I'm going to go make a new link. I'll just actually call it Spotify. We'll call it Spot, just to say you can make this like anything you want. Now, if I go to this will actually go to Spotify, because there is a local store for me, because I'm in South Africa. So I find out where the user's from based off of either their Vercel headers or IP API, using their actual IP address. So it will send them to wherever their region is. It will send them to the correct store. If the store doesn't exist, like for that BBC one for me, I take them to this fallback page. You can send them to stores not in their account, yes. That's what we do in most of our apps. So that's most people's workaround, is you send them to a specific store. But what if, for example, the Spotify one, like if you had a Chinese user and you have your app available for the Chinese app store, you would want to send them directly to the Chinese app store version. You don't want to send them to the US one or something random like that. Like, you want to actually, I mean, the Chinese people are probably using a VPN anyway, but like, you kind of like, if you have the right app store available, this will send the user to the correct store. So for example, the NHS one, I'm from South Africa. I actually say like, hey, it's not available in your region, but here's a whole list of options where it is available. So like, okay, the main place, the most popular one is the United Kingdom one, but it's also available. I have it work with internationalization. So like I'll actually translate this whole page as well and make this page a lot nicer. So I just figured like, okay, that's pretty cool. And then in the process of it, since I'm already like figuring out where the user's from and all that stuff in the dashboard, like I can actually manage this and see where the users are from. So I have a VPN where I'm sometimes using United States and sometimes South Africa. I think it falls back to the United States. It should fall back to unknown if it doesn't know where I'm from. I need to check. That's actually a bug where it keeps popping up as United States, but that's a new problem to worry about. I'll do that later off stream. But yes, it's an iOS store app router. I had a small streaming blip. Flip. Thank you for letting me. Anyways, it is literally that. So yeah, I have the fallback pages. If you're not in the right place, you know, you can go to your various places. I want to use internationalization for this, but it is literally basically an iOS store app router. It connects you to the right storefront. That's why it's called RightFront. And yeah, very simple tool, useful for app developers and marketers. Very, very niche. Like, but it has analytics, so you can kind of start to figure out, okay, I have more users here. Maybe I want to consider like, you know, actually making my app available in that store if I have so many users going to this. But I mean that people have other analytics tools for that as well. I just figured like, let me, you know, talk about that and go build that, you know. Just thinking here, there's buttons and spinners and the button anchor stuff. Do I even use this anywhere? Where am I using this? I'm using it in places. I feel like it doesn't need to be like, I feel like my normal button just has a prop that does all this stuff. I don't know. I'm confused. As an iOS app developer, no, you don't pay each store to publish something. You just pay one single annual developer license. I think it's like $100 a year. So yeah, it doesn't cost money to publish. It just costs money to be in the developer program. So you kind of, it's an annual subscription of $100. And yeah, that's all you really need to pay. And then you can publish as many things as you want. They've got quite a annoyingly strict review process. So they are quite like annoying when it comes to actually like getting your apps accepted. Like, especially if you're doing something fancy, they're very like strict on what you can do. And it's very annoying because like you'll be building some really niche developer tool as an app. And then you've got to like give them like test accounts on how to go in and test your app to make sure it's like compliance and stuff. And that's just very annoying to set up. So yeah, I do not like the process, but I've noticed in the very few apps that I built, like free apps that have ads in them, my iOS ads pay like 10 times better than Android. Like, yeah. I could like, if I made a simple app and it had a few ads in and stuff and people were using it, like you make like $50 a month from Apple and you make $5 a month from Android. It's ridiculous. And Android will have more users, like, and still it's, yeah. So Apple users are more, I don't know, monetizable, if that means anything. I would like to go back into building little iOS apps again. I'm a bit annoyed that we have this button link versus button anchor. I was actually thinking now it's like, instead of button link and button anchor, could we not rather rockify button and let that figure out how to handle the clip. Ask it that. Anyways, so I was gonna say the reason. So for the project I'm working on, it's a fintech company, and they're just not legally allowed to operate in the US and Canada. And there's like 13 countries that they're not allowed to operate in. So for us, where we do deploy to apps all over the world, it's kind of nice to have like an app, like a single geo link that figures out who to send the correct user to. So for example, yes, like I'm in South Africa and the company started in South Africa. We default to using the South African store, but we do think conversions would be better if we routed our users to the correct app store. Like, it's just less like places for users to fall off. So yeah, I'm focused on trying to do that really, really well, which is my vibe right now. Yeah, it's cool though. I enjoy it. Now, what am I doing here? I'm so lazy, man. Like, it's so funny. Like, whenever I stream, I'm just like, I need to use LLMs for doing things, because that's the goal. I don't want to like sit down and think. So why do I always import React? Now I've got to go update it everywhere. I actually really don't like importing React directly. Like, if I've got a React dot thing in here, React dot React node, it's like, why don't I just use like import React node directly? In fact, that should be props with children, I think. Then it's props with children. Or you just say and props with children. Yeah. It's like, it's props with children. That's actually the more correct type, in my opinion. Geez, I wanted to make a video about how I hate the FC type from React. It's like very annoying. Like, this FC type is useless. It stands for functional component, I guess, but like function component. I think you get VFC as well. I don't know. I must look it up. But like, it frustrates me, that type. I find it so useless. Okay, I have a lot of links open now. I can close most of them. I'm not using any of these anymore. Oh, how's this going? Did it not? It didn't generate anything. Just took me to a new screen. Now it's doing things. Come on, Stitch. Give me useful things to do. Well, it is thinking, so that's good. Yeah, well, that thinks. I'm gonna run my little app, pm start. Let's just make sure it's like actually working. It's not. Oh, it's because I need to run pm dev. The joys, the actual joys. All right, let's see now. Icons, the icons, they need some love as well. Oh, no, that's an old story. Now we can see. So I think one of the things was my footer. I do have a privacy policy, lol. Does that even work? Yes, it does. Fantastic. But my footer isn't available on all the pages. So I want to fix that. But I also just wanted to double check that all my buttons are working fine. So let me just go through all this quickly. Yeah, this looks good. I still don't like the way I've done that, but we'll fix that later. Like I need to find a way to make my buttons load without having like a content layout shift. Just got to think about that a little bit. Oh, and I must get my different variants and show them in different states, like hover versus things like that. Because actually right now my buttons don't have a hover state. So 2 things. Firstly, footer. I want my footer to appear on all pages, not just the home page. I think that would be useful. And then the footer could also kind of have like links to, like, the footer could be bigger, basically. I do like how they are creating a reusable footer now. That's kind of what I thought we were doing anyway, but surprised that we haven't been doing that. I don't like the whole, when AI comes up with, oh, looks alright, but like the sort of backgrounds where we're doing things like where it's like slightly transparent because the background is already transparent, like, or the background's already very similar. So I don't like the idea of that opacity. I'd rather use specific colors there. So what I'm going to do is actually tune it and say, hey, you guys need to be specific colors. So let me do that. Where's my footer? Oh, also, what the heck? I need to restart this. I will restart this and see what's going on. Okay. Just double check that my footer is on every page. It's there, which is good. Is it on the home page still? Yes, it is. How it works. It's there. Is it on my privacy policy? Yes. That's really good. Because yeah, let's just keep working on my footer. So the BG colors and colors in general on my footer. I don't want to use any opacity things. Rather stick to solid colors, please. Because yeah, that is throwing me off a bit. Like oh, just use solid colors, man. There's no weird opacity things to worry about. We could be opaque about things later. For my privacy policy, I do need a way to get back to the home page. I can ask for a small review of something I'm working on, a tool for dev streamers to spin content for other platforms. Just initial reactions to the page, I guess. Sure, dude. I will check that out. Let me move that onto here. This is already very pretty. I like the look of this. Like it's just clean. And you got that Twitch vibe to it, like, which is really neat. So stream to vids, repurpose your dev streams into task lists, change logs, blog posts, shorts, and so. Dude, this is really cool. I need this. Yeah. How's it going with the, like, it's pretty useful because I struggle, like, I'm trying to get into streaming as a dev and creating content. So yeah, the idea of being able to break this up into things is really neat. So yeah, and you've got like your Twitch and YouTube. That's nice. I guess you have a similar issue to me. Like what I'm struggling with is the contrast for the card versus the background. Like this is a problem that we all have. This contrast just needs to be a little bit more defined from the background. So either you could change the background color of this, although that will mess up your button background color, or make the border more of a popping glow kind of thing. That would be cool. And then, yeah, this is really neat though. Also, it's kind of weird that, are these links? No. It's just the one that hovers there. It's kind of funny. And then that obviously just needs a little bit of padding under there. But yeah. How it works. Yeah, download. No, I'm not going to download yet, but yeah, all platforms. Is this a link that goes somewhere else? I don't know. I guess the way this opens up, fully free during early access, no credit card required. This also, the contrast against the background is a bit rough. Like you might want to just make this a little bit lighter, but it looks cool. You could even make it match this color here, because that's really nice. Connect points to your Twitch, YouTube, or local VOD recordings, which is awesome because I have that. Our AI engine processes a session using your hardware and keys. Review, edit, and perfect the generate and perfect. Sorry, that's my English messing up there. Yeah, review, edit, and perfect the generated asset with ease. Publish to your blog, socials, and video platforms in one click. That is really neat. Built for builders, stream to vids, sorry, fits into your development workflow. App developers / indie hackers, that's me. Game developers, that's not me. Focus on shipping features. Let us handle the dev logs, tweets, and change logs while you build in public. That's really neat. Like if this works well, that takes a headache away, because that's kind of what I'm trying to do, is just get into this. But this is quite nice. This whole thing, I'm just like realizing like, oh, over here, this just fades into like a little, it's kind of cool. Built for the generate dev logs, community updates, or the same thing as the dev one. And leverage your own stuff for transcription. No man, that's neat that it can run like locally and run your own. Yeah, that's very nice. Your APIs, connect your favorite prize, use the models you love with full control over costs and context. Advanced refinement, great defaults to get you started fast, plus deep control to refine every stage of your content pipeline. This is really cool. I'm going to check it out off stream later properly as well. Use your own and your own extras. We just provide the engine. That's really neat. Probably not, but it'll make you look like you're a full-time marketing intern when you're actually just drinking coffee and coding, which is what I'm doing, except I've run out of coffee, so I need an intern to go make me more coffee. Does it work on my Potato PC? If your Potato has an NVIDIA GPU or it's near Mac, it'll fly. Otherwise, it might just bake the potato while transcribing. Yeah, my desktop is a Potato, but my Mac is less of a potato. So I do have a newer Mac, which is like I have an M4 Mac. So I can probably do the actual transcribing, marketing stuff on that. Ready to scale your content. Start repurposing. I need to bookmark this. I am saving this in my code base. I'm literally just dumping it in my actual code base because why not? In my to-dos. Check out bar. There we go. I've already done OG banners. Good job. That's really cool that you're building that. Do you stream as well? Thanks for the review. Mainly the contract and a couple of cases. Like the copy basically. I didn't even read the potato text waffle. LLMs are crazy. It was pretty good. Like I even have that with mine where I feel like I need to reread my own thing like from scratch. Name not final is streaming this a bit. We'll start streaming again in a couple of days. Dude, I'm gonna hit you with a follow so I know what to do there. Because that's really cool. Well, I don't know. In my opinion, I think that's neat. I think it's a useful tool. Especially for literally people like me and I guess yourself as well. How well it works, that's another question, but I have no idea. Okay, I was working on this, my little privacy policy. I was having a hard time recently with the installer for multi-OS. Oh, yeah, I could imagine. Yeah, you're like next level, way scarier and better than me with that kind of stuff. I've never built something where I run hardware on it, or I've never built something properly, or we've had to actually build like an installer for different operating systems. I haven't had to do anything for an installer for a single thing. I stick all my stuff to like just Hugging Web basically. That's kind of my strategy. Oh, for my footer now, there's two things. My privacy policy page. There's no way to get back to my homepage from the privacy policy. Although the way to get back to the homepage would be just clicking on, let's just say that. Maybe it will come up. Didn't do desktop apps for a long time, and now you appreciate web development more, I guess, yeah. Yeah, that's why, like, I did desktop apps when I was studying, but that was like over 10 years ago. And now I'm like, oh, I'm done with this. So I've got that going. Fantastic. Back to home. Awesome. And then I want to, from here, okay, let's just commit what I have. Footer and privacy policy tweaks. I'll just call it tweaks. I'm not really doing much. I'm actually going to push that so that it gets deployed. And then we can kill this terminal. And now the next thing that I need to do is for my actual footer. Can we expand my footer to show more things? E.g. links like home and how it works. Later on, I'll probably have other blog posty things about this. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what else to do around this. I need to have a pricing page eventually. Not that I have pricing yet, but I think I should actually just create like a simple pricing to say extended analytics. So analytics beyond 30 days. That would be cool, right? That's my thoughts. Keep file. I was thinking more and more about this overnight, like how I don't want to actually charge users for links unless like there's a crap ton of like traffic. But even then, I feel like, I don't know, if you have a crap ton of traffic, you're sort of like caching everything anyway, and it's just a follow through thing. So it's not really a big deal if people are popular, and just focus on actually, upselling them to better analytics and better user experience around the landing page and stuff like that. So rather than trying to milk people for their money, like actually just hit them with tons of value. Home, how it works, dashboard. Does the dashboard only show if I'm logged in? Yeah, it does only show if I'm logged in. Okay, cool. This little link, can we break the links, the footer links out into their own component to maintain consistency? Because yeah, that's pretty garbage that they didn't do. Wait, wow, I'm rereading things here. The tailwind ways, man, when you have like a million little things here going on, I'm like tabbing things away. It didn't need to be. Oh, there are navigation links though. Yeah, that's neat. I do think we need to actually even give them like a little bit of padding. So I'll keep the file, review next file, navigation links. The base class name, I'm gonna give it like a px1. The reason I'm going to do that is just so you see there's a little bit of a gap there between the two. So that's kind of neat. I need to make a story for cards. Story and component for cards. So what's the issue here? Oh, it's just a chunking issue. If I refresh, it won't be a problem anymore. Cool. That's all good. No, I've still got half an hour, so let's keep doing this. This has been fun. We got somewhere with the little casting app, but as we reached our limit, we're off to bed. Catch you hopefully soon. Dude, I can't believe you're going to bed, like basically, I guess you're in winter now, but for me, the sun has already risen. Like, the sun has been up for like the past 2 hours. Good night, Stony. Good job. Thank you for all the vibes. Also, I realize now, you wrote, no, did you write anything? Oh, iFills is one of your friends. That makes sense. Can't believe he didn't follow me. What a chop. No, I'm joking. 6:30 a.m. It's 7:30 a.m. here, and it is the sun is up. Like I'm in the dark part of my office right now. But yes, sleep well, man. You'll catch me soon. If you are awake at this time, I'm gonna stream the same time on Friday, and I'm gonna try to do this time slot every Monday and Friday. So if you do happen to have really late nights or really early mornings, he's not very twitchy. Fair enough. He's twitchy enough to say hi to me. Yeah, I'm gonna be consistent. I even set up a stream schedule, and I'll like actually let people know when I'm not streaming on those specific days. So yeah, that's the plan. I don't know what else to really tell you. I need to do some thingies. I make him socialize. Poor dude. He has to endure with your socialization skills. Scary stuff. Oh, thank you, Cody C. Wiseman, for the follow. That was very kind of you. Oh my goodness. The noises are going crazy. I reached my 90-person follower goal through that. Can't promise to be this time though. Yeah, I figured it's a very very unique time. But yeah, cheers, man. All the best. Sorry, I'm chewing a wine gum. I realize that probably doesn't sound good. So that's the last wine gum I'm gonna chew. Because I think the sound of someone sucking on a wine gum is not really a vibe. I need to make my cards look consistent. Let's create a new UI component and write stories for it. That'll be cool. Then at least I've got that. Plus pro, so How do I get into the Plus program? I don't know. I need to look into that later. There's like lots of programs like there's a Vercel open source program. Like check this out. I'm actually gonna just look at this here. Power your open source project with Vercel platform credits, exclusive community support, and extra benefits. Like I just think that's really neat. Applications are currently closed. They'll reopen in January. If they're selected, your open source project will receive quite a lot of money in Vercel platform credits over 12 months to do your best work uninhibited. The open source starter pack with credits from third-party services to boost your project, so that's nice. And then community support. So yeah, that's really neat. It's a dream come true to be able to work on open source with the best tech stack and not have to worry about the bill at the end of the month. Thanks, Vercel. I must actually talk to my my colleague on one of my other projects that I'm doing and consider making our existing project open source, because it's very niche and very specific, and the kind of people that we are going to sell to would not really care that our project's open source. Like, yeah, it would be too much effort for them to actually like build. Be an open source project that is actively being developed and maintained. I've got that. Be hosted or intended to host on Vercel. I've got that. Show measurable impact or growth potential. I do have measurable impact in the sense that I can measure my amount of users, and I can actually measure the usage of the app through the amount of links generated and the amount of clicks those are producing. So that's really cool. If I follow a code of conduct, yeah, I can do that. Use credits exclusively for open source work and the project itself. The Vercel open source program is an incredible hub for connecting with fellow open source creators, exchanging knowledge, and growing our projects thanks to the generous support and resources of that Vercel provides. And then they've got all these various projects, the Aura browser, Marble, Data Buddy, OSS tag, used to be Open Tag Manager. That's pretty cool. We use Google Tag Manager. All these little things, memos, Element Plus. There's so many little. No, I love the better T stack. Like, we should make a project called the less crap T stack. No, I'm joking. The T3 stack's not that bad. It's pretty good. I've used it for projects before, and it's quite nice. There's all different cohorts. Programs designed to support as they grow. After 12 months, you graduate out of the program and we open it up to new applicants to help them boost their projects. So that's pretty cool because my project is small and baby and not growing. No providers can offer credits directly separate from Vercel's. What is Vercel Marketplace? Vercel Marketplace? I'm like learning here. Discover, integrate, all those things. Oh, there's an actual like AI agent for Vercel Marketplace. Selection of integrated, curated by marketing. Okay, so it's just stuff like storage, like the actual partners in there. It's kind of cool to be able to build this kind of stuff. In fact, maybe I can build my app into this. Recently added, like I could create my own Vercel Marketplace system, right? To run on Vercel. That would be pretty cool. Because like the concept of like a feature flag, and you get analytics around your feature, like static. Wait a second. if I'm in Vercel, I'll do this in a bit. But I'm just thinking, is Clerk a Vercel marketplace site and the most comprehensive? Because I'm using Clerk anyway. If I could mix Clerk in with my Vercel project, then that makes Vercel even more useful. Management platform for that with polished things. Clerk and Vercel integrate. Enables instant provision of Clerk apps from your Vercel dashboard. That's nice. Scalable support for B2B SaaS use cases via Clerk organization. Because then I can do everything from Vercel. I can see my database. I can see like literally everything. So, I mean, I know about the pricing and all that. But yeah, plan starts from 0. That's so neat though. To be able to see, I'm able to see like my analytics from Clerk in all this, because that would be really neat. I don't know, but that's just kind of cool. Where was I? I was asking to make my cards look consistent. Yeah, I mean, we're running a type check here, but PNPM run storybook. What have we built here? Built cards. I don't think the cards are meant to be interactable, but yeah, we have card classes, all this stuff. A card isn't a link though. I guess it could be a link. Maybe I should make it a link. That would be kind of cool, right? This looks so good actually. I really like what I've done with this. I'm like quite impressed actually by like the whole get started, all that stuff, ticket guide tour. Let's look at my cards. Default card with medium padding. Card title. I mean, the shadow, like I want my cards to be consistent, so we don't want like no padding, all these interactive things. Interactive, what does that look like? Okay, it is like sort of hoverable. As link is really bad. A small padding, all those things. Example with content. See, this is where I'm like, why does the empty state look different? So if I go into here and I look at empty state, let me keep the file. Empty state. I don't want card variants, so don't want to have variants for my cards just yet. Since they all look pretty much the same. Also, the link styles are busted. Let's avoid using link cards for now too. That way we're at least cutting some things out of the way, which is good. I have to go to work just now. There's also a thing on my mind. Oh, the joys. This has been good though. So these little cards, I'm gonna remove a lot of stories. This as link is garbage. It's just like slowly removing everything. Basically, like the padding stuff. I mean, the no padding doesn't even work. No padding. I've got to specifically say, well, if I just remove the class name here, that's good. Yeah. So there's no padding. Excellent. Large padding, medium padding, small padding. Padding LG, MD, SM. Yeah, that's cool. With hover, we also don't need with hover and not with hover versions. That can be interactive versions for now. Yeah, we don't need interactive card versions for now because we want to just put the buttons inside the cards. That's kind of our operation goals right now. I think that would be for the best. So yeah, quite stoked about that. All padding sizes should have a no padding as well. I mean, example of empty states as well. It's pointless. This is just a dumb example. Yeah, I want to like have useful documentation. So example with content only available in the UK. Yep, that's cool. Actually, example with content's a bit pointless as well. Like, yeah. All padding states should have also a none. Yeah. Small, medium, large. Fantastic. Default. Yeah, this is a lot better. So now I can start applying the card to my various things. So for example, wait. Okay. To my home page. So my home page is over here, and I need to use the card there. And I also need to use the card here. Does this get better? Yes, it does get better size. My little app is improving. I actually want to post about it now. But I also feel awkward about posting it now, so I want to do that off stream. Review next file. Use my card component, which is fantastic. Yeah, so yeah, it already kind of looks, it looks more consistent, right? Like, so I'm using it. That doesn't look the same as that though. Okay. Home form also needs the card. Use the card here too, please. That would be great, because if we use the card there, then we are sorted. And I'm quite happy with how that's going. Oh, there's button with outline. Which button is that? Is that the... Oh, the try button. Yeah, secondary is good there. I need my buttons to have hover states, actually. That's something I've realized I've needed. So yeah, that's cool that we have cards there. I like that. Should my header also have a card style? Is it worth tweaking my header to have a card style to it? To give some yeah, depth is the fine word to use there. We can have some depth. That's fantastic. I think that's a good thing to do. Adding subtle depth to the header. Oh, also, yeah. Also, let's avoid opacity values. Values for the header too, please. Because that's pointless. Like, I just don't like the BG slate thing because it's like, should we make the header sticky? In which case we do want to make it a little bit, you know. Actually, let's make the header sticky. And then we can have a little bit of opacity. We could even do like a gradient opacity thing. That would be kind of cool, right? Keep um your header isn't working. It's staying there. It's stuck. It's sticking, but to the wrong place. But it needs a higher Z index. Unless it's just too opaque. No, that's straight up behind the text. I like that. I do think that's quite neat, like how we have the... Could we do a gradient opaque? We make the opaque features around this a gradient where the bottom is more opaque and the top is not opaque at all for the header, for the sticky header. Let's see if that works, because that would be quite nice, right? Got this like new wind of like progress. because it looks nice. Like I do like it, but I almost think like if we made it like even more like, you know, like it's glossy, which is cool, but like I want to make it so that like the links are actually like, yeah. Okay. Keep file. I don't know, man. Not quite working. Let's say it's not quite working. I'll just tell it it's not working. That's my strategy. I almost feel like it is going the wrong way. The top of the header should be solid, and the bottom should be slightly transparent. Maybe that is more specific, and being more specific there will help with my many problems. What is YouTube doing? Is it still think that I'm live December 28th, or is it, yeah, a sad little YouTube thing? Like my video. Yeah, it's fine. Cool. So let's see if this does anything. So now, as I go here, it's still too transparent. Still feels too transparent. Yeah, what if I refresh, just to be sure? I might even want to like actually just ask it, be like, hey, be better. Because now it doesn't even like look good anymore. Oh no, man. Whoops. Broke my sticky header. It's okay, it's okay. We will rebuild. I need my header to be sticky. Good. For now, let's make the header a solid color with only a slight, tiny opacity to it. That way, at least it like feels like a little bit like, because I don't really like it now. Now it's a bit too like wishy-washy. yeah, now it's like, okay, there's a small opacity to it. So you see like, okay, I'm like behind something, but it's like very subtle. That looks good. Can we apply the same color to the footer? Just so that the footer actually looks like it sticks out. Yeah, see now the footer also pops out a little bit more. I think that's nicer in my opinion. I like it. I feel like that looks good. It's better. We might want to do some lighthouse checks on this. This might be a bit too let's say the footer background looks good. Could we just make the text in that a little lighter to give it more contrast? Because it's like a gray on gray background. It's you'd rather want something a little bit lighter so it pops more. We need it to pop a little bit more because otherwise, yeah, it's just it can be better. And these the iPlayer and NHS app. Like, yeah. It's really nice. I actually want to like encourage, say like, you know, show your app featured on here. Let people add their own links to this. Then I don't know, it'd be kind of neat, you know. We did a little server-side rendering of like, hey, you can actually publish your app and put the store on there. I think it'll be cool. Right, so that is better. It definitely pops out a bit more now. Shall we push that? Git add, git commit, improved styling on home page. And then guys, that is the end of the 2 hours. So I actually need to go. We'll find someone to raid. That's always a vibe. Who is streaming that I actually know? Evan MMO. Who's doing TypeScript? TypeScript. I'll just look that up. Bringing my laptop here and destroying things. I'm doing TypeScript and then Codel. That person's not English. I'm just looking at the stream on the side here. Okay, that's a bit much for me. What's Evan MMO doing?
You toxic ass guild. You got a guild full of rotting limbs.
I'm just looking at the stream on the side. Oh, well, okay. I'm listening to myself speak. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna raid Evan MMO. He's a chill dude. Let's just do that. Evan MMO. And then I'll just say like, yo dude, been a while, can't stay. I gotta go. I gotta raid and ditch though. Enjoy the vibes. It is just the two of us anyway who are going over to him, but just popping him a message and then I'm on my way out. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for the vibes. It's been good. I will chat to you soon. I have to go to work now. Bye, guys.